everyone, and welcome back to Little Book's Great Stories. Let's read Viking in Love. Stig isn't like most Vikings, and then he finds true love. Let's find out what happens as we read this book. Please subscribe to Little Book's Great Stories to show your love, and let's start reading. Viking in Love. Stig was like most Vikings. He loved fresh air, hearty stew, and of course, adorable kittens. But unlike most Vikings, there was one thing Stig did not like. The sea. It's not like he was scared of it or anything. Okay, maybe just a little bit. One day, as Stig was taking the kittens for a walk, he saw the most fearless Viking he'd ever seen. And she said the sweetest thing he'd ever heard. "Hey, I'm Ingrid." He tried to respond, but before he could, the sea swept her away. That night, he couldn't sleep. He had to get his feelings into words. He wrote all kinds of super mushy stuff and even added a little heart when he wrote her name, like this. Stig returned to the beach with the note. He waited and waited and waited, but there was no sign of her. Just when he was about to give up hope, he saw her, but she was too far away. He folded the note into the shape of a ship and let it sail, but the waves returned it to him. He folded it into the shape of a bird and let it soar, but the wind returned it to him. Stig could only think of one way to get the note to Ingrid, and as much as he didn't want to do it, he tied the note to a kitten. But that didn't go so well either. As he was apologizing, Stig saw one final way that he could get the note to Ingrid. He was determined. The sea tried to knock him back, but Stig pushed on. He thought that he would be okay as long as he held on tight. But the sea wouldn't let him. Stig was finally able to hand Ingrid the note, but the sea had ruined it. He was crushed. Stig felt just like the note looked. That was until he heard, "Hey, I'm Ingrid." This time, the sea couldn't stop him.
"Hey, I'm Stig."
"I wrote this for you." Ingrid's note was the sweetest thing that Stig had ever read. She even added little hearts, like this. Stig and Ingrid were like most Vikings. They loved fresh air, hearty stew, and adorable kittens. And together, they conquered the sea. Thank you so much for listening to today's Read-Aloud. Please come back again to Little Book's Great Stories for more and more great stories and Valentine specials all this week.